Okay, let's dive right in. Welcome to This Explainer. If you're a professional who's truly passionate about public policy and you're driven to create tangible change on the ground, well, you're in exactly the right place today. We're going to break down a really unique initiative from the Center for Policy Research and Governance, or CPRG. They've just opened up their 2026 vacancies, and I've got to say, this isn't just your standard job posting. It's a literal call to impact. We're going to look at how these roles offer a super rare chance to actually shape district-level development right in the heart of Maharashtra. Let's get started. Here's a quick roadmap for This Explainer. First, we'll cover the governance opportunity. Then, we'll break down the 3 specific roles: program evaluation lead, financial management expert, and data analyst. Finally, we'll wrap up with the eligibility criteria, deadlines, and exactly how to apply. Section 1. The district governance opportunity. District-level governance is basically a massive, complex puzzle. And for this initiative, our specific focus is Jalna district, right in Maharashtra. The core mission here is crystal clear: supporting public sector programs. So you aren't just going to be operating out of some isolated corporate office somewhere. No, you're going to be totally embedded in Jalna's administrative machinery, connecting policy intent with actual ground reality to make sure these vital government initiatives truly benefit the public. So what does supporting these programs actually look like day to day? Well, it requires managing the entire life cycle of the mission. We're talking about planning these district-level programs, directly supporting project implementation, and then continuously monitoring and evaluating the results. Throw in financial management and data analysis, and you can see why CPRG needs a holistic, dynamic team to handle policy from its inception all the way to its final impact.
Section 2. Role: Program Evaluation Lead.
Think of governance as a giant machine. If that's the case, this role is literally the diagnostic system. You'd be leading the ongoing program monitoring and managing the day-to-day performance tracking of these district-level schemes. Since you're tasked with preparing evaluation reports and supporting implementation, you'll need seamless coordination with the district administration. You're basically the ultimate bridge between what a policy says on paper and how it actually performs in the real world. So, who exactly fits this profile? Are you nodding along right now? Because if you have a background in public policy, project management, program evaluation, or government consulting, they are speaking directly to you. They absolutely need leaders who already know how to navigate complex administrative systems and assess programmatic success. Moving right along to Section 3, Role: Financial Management Expert. Every great public initiative needs a financial guardian, right? This is a super dynamic role that requires you to take total charge of financial planning and accountability for these district projects. Your work is going to span budget tracking, ensuring really strict financial compliance, and rigorous expense monitoring. You'll also be providing vital audit support and handling financial reporting. Basically, you are the bedrock of trust for these public investments. For all the finance professionals tuning in, your specific expertise is exactly what they're hunting for here. Whether you have an MBA in finance, you're a chartered finance or accounts professional, or you've spent years working in public finance, this is a prime opportunity to apply your rigorous financial acumen to programs that genuinely uplift communities. Maintaining absolute fiscal discipline, that's the superpower this role requires. All right, Section 4, Role: Data Analyst. Time to introduce our final hero path, the data guru. Because, as the saying goes, if you aren't measuring it accurately, you definitely aren't managing it effectively. Your day-to-day is entirely about transforming raw numbers into actionable governance. Everything from foundational data collection and analysis to MIS reporting and building out dashboards. By applying statistical analysis, you'll generate the exact insights they need for fast, effective decision-making. You're the one turning the lights on for the rest of the team. But to pull this off, you're going to need a very specific technical toolkit. CPRG is looking for high proficiency in Excel, deep knowledge of data analytics and statistics, and absolute mastery over reporting tools like Power BI. If you've got a strong grasp of monitoring and evaluation analytics, your skills are desperately needed to make sense of these massive, complex district-level data sets. Which brings us to Section 5, Eligibility and Qualifications. Now for the gatekeeping criteria. CPRG is looking for a specific caliber of professional. So, do you have what it takes? These are definitely not entry-level gigs where you just learn as you go. You are stepping into highly complex administrative environments. Are you truly ready to deliver public sector impact from day one? Let's take a look at the hard requirements. 5 years. That is the absolute baseline here.
CPRG requires a strict minimum of 5 years of relevant experience. Specifically, they need battle-tested professionals whose experience is deeply rooted in government or public sector projects, program management, or monitoring and evaluation.
So, how does this build a complete profile? It's basically a matching game where your educational background needs to map directly to your professional experience. You're going to need a degree like an MBA, finance, statistics, or public policy, coupled directly with those 5 years spent in domains like project management, M&E, policy implementation, or government sector projects. If your degree and your work history intersect here, you are officially in the running.
Almost at the finish line. Section 6. Deadlines and how to apply.
Okay, so you've got the skills and you've got the 5 years. Now pay super close attention to this part. Applications are being reviewed on a rolling basis. This is absolutely critical. CPRG isn't waiting until the final deadline to start interviewing. They are actively evaluating talent as the applications come in. This means a position could easily be filled by an early applicant, so whatever you do, do not wait.
And here is the absolute final cutoff, May 25th, 2026. Guys, considering where we are in the calendar right now, that is literally right around the corner. If you're watching this, you have less than a week to get your materials together and submit that application. Time is incredibly short. Luckily, actually throwing your hat in the ring is wonderfully simple. Step 1, pull up the original CPRG job post online and just scan the QR code they provided. Step 2, complete the Apply Now form that the QR code links you to. Just have your updated resume, making sure it clearly details those crucial 5 years of experience, ready to go. Just 2 steps, and the whole shebang is done. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. We've explored the mission in Jalna district. We've unpacked the vital roles of the evaluation lead, the financial expert, and the data analyst. You know the 5-year requirement, and you know the ticking clock. The mechanism for real change is sitting right in front of you. So the only question left to ask is this. Are you ready to step up, take your expertise, and actually shape the future of Maharashtra's district development? The opportunity is there. Go make it happen. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you next time.